everybody, it's Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stampers. I want to get this video out this week. I've been playing with that editing software and it's a struggle. Now I've lost my voice, so I'm just going to put it together, get it out there so that you can see this cool technique. So that's it. I'm going to just wrap it up and get you going. I'll talk to you next week. Bye, everybody. Today's technique I'm going to show you is called Retiform, and it looks like this, where you make your paper into different quadrants and then you stamp in those quadrants, and I'm going to show you how you do that. So I've got this, if you're going to make it like this, your piece is going to be 3 3/4 by 5. We're going to stamp our sentiment down in the corner. Now you don't have to put your sentiment on in this white space like I am. You can do the whole card front and then pop a sentiment up on it anywhere that you'd like. But I'm gonna go ahead and do it like this. Then you need a piece of paper that you can come in and use as a guide, a mask, so to speak, for your grid lines. So I'm going to lay that over where my sentiment is, and I'm just going to sponge on. You can blend, you can use daubers, but I'm going to sponge on some color and segregate my sentiment into its own little area. And then you're going to cover that up with a Post-it note. We want to keep that space nice and clean. So we're going to cover that up with a Post-it note. And then we're going to take this paper and continue on making our quadrants on the paper. You want maybe like 8 or 9. We'll see how many we end up with. You can be very methodical in where you put these lines, or you can just do it randomly and then fill it in where you've got, end up with a line. So I'm going to go there, then I'll come, we'll go this way. I'm going to go up though. I'm going to shake up nope, I got this line on the top. I'm going to put this one on the bottom. I'm going to shake up the way the lines are coming off onto this paper. I will show you in a second when I'm done here what I'm talking about. I don't know if you could see this card here. All my lines, kind of the shading goes up because I laid the paper like this and shaded on this side on most of them. So if you do it around, you get the shading in different spots. So we've got 3 now, and then we can go ahead and make, let's see if I do. 1, 2, 3. We want about 9. Let's start here, I guess. We'll see what we get. I want a few small ones because I got a small grass that I want to put in there. I really liked how that little grass stamp looked. So we could just look and see what we got. Those are pretty good size. I'll go... Where do we want to go? That's only going to make 2, so it'll be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8. Is it going to be good? We're going to make it good. We're going to put them right here. I'm going to go this way. So you're just going to go through again, put all your lines on.
And then you want to come around and then just muddy up around your border a little bit. Kind of give it a little bit of shading look to match what you got going on everywhere else. Otherwise, you got these real stark white areas. And you don't really want that. Kind of want it all to blend nicely together. All right. So now we've got our quadrants there. Let's see. I'm almost thinking we should put one more because we only got two going that way. I'll do a little one here. We'll see. I don't know what we're going to end up with. But I think we needed to cut that a little. And then, there we go. Needed to cut that into a little bit more. So now you're just going to start stamping all of your images in these blocks. So I'm going to start with some soft suede and the deer. And he's a pretty big image. I'll try and get the whole deer. So I'm going to put him up here. What you're trying to do is get all your images down, but not repeat your images next to each other, and try and not repeat your colors next to each other. So pick 4 or 5 colors that you want to use, 4 or 5 designs that you want to use. And then you just block off your quadrants with your Post-its. And then you start stamping. And I'm going to move my foam thing because all my images have the red foam underneath, or the red rubber. So we're going to stamp our deer in here. And let me see how I'm going to go this way. You want to make sure that you're going to press hard enough that you're going to get all your image up. Well, I didn't cross over, but if you're going to go across the Post-it, you're going to want to make sure that you're pressing hard enough, even though the Post-it's not very thick. You want to make sure that you're going to not leave a line on in the quadrant where the stamp should have filled in. That happens a lot in masking, and that's why we want to be sure with our Post-its that we don't get that. So now we've got our deer down. I'm going to switch over and do this one in the corner. I'm going to do one of our trees. And I will do, well, should I do a tree? I'm going to do a tree. Oh, where'd my tree go? I got a big set of trees. Here they are. I'm going to put the trees in here. I think I'm going to do those in, the crumb cake. Now I am getting these two browns fairly, close together. They're going to be different enough browns that will be okay. And then just kind of, finagle it, check it out to see how it's going to fit in there without touching in your other quadrants. I almost had a mistake there. All right, so now we're going to take these Post-its off. And then we can, we can leave that one on. We're going to come to these down here now, and we will fill in some of our, I'll call them little paraphernalia. We've got some binoculars and coffee pots and stuff in this camping set. So let me get the coffee pot. And I'm going to do the coffee pot and the coffee cup in Night of Navy. And I keep opening and closing my ink so that I don't mistakenly use the wrong color. And I'm going to do, we want to be able to make sure that you can tell what the images are that you're stamping in there as well. So I'm going to stamp my coffee pot. Let's see if I can get just the cup in there too. And let's see. Can I take my eraser and get that little loose blotch off there? Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. Now you're going to take your Post-its off and move to another area. So we can come in here. I'm going to come in here with our I'm going to do another tree. And I'm going to do the tree in crumb cake again. Because I got my deer up here in soft suede. So we're going to do some pine trees. Just going to put those in that space. I didn't get up there close enough, as I told you, to make sure we press hard, but we'll be all right. Take our Post-its off, and then in this spot, this little one, I'm going to put my grass that I wanted to use in Old Olive. Take our notes off. See how this is working? You just keep taking your notes off. Then I'm going to, let's see, we need another, I will put soft suede down here with, I'm going to put the lantern down here in soft suede. Lanterns. Put our Post-its back on there. If your Post-its start to get yucky, then just get another one. You might get saturated with your ink. Put our lantern on. Let's go with just the base of it here. Take our notes off. Now we could use some blue. I'm going to put blue here. I think and then I'm going to put green down here. Let's do that first. I want to put some more of those green this flowery piece down there. And that is why. All right, so now we've got our flowery piece down there. And we're moving on around. Excuse me. We will use, how about we put our blue here. Oh, I want to use some black. I'm going to put my black. I'm going to use black on the binoculars because I got enough trees. I'm going to put some black on the binoculars over here. Here's my binoculars. There we go with those. Should have made a few less quadrants. It wouldn't have taken so long. Sorry, guys. So now we've got, I want to put some more green, but I want the green in this big space up here. So we've got a couple little spaces. So what can we put over here? Let's use some crumb cake blue. I'm going to use blue again. Put our pieces back. And we will use blue on, what do we have that we can use the blue on that we haven't used yet? You can't really tell. I want you to be able to tell what it is, and you won't be able to tell with the tent. Let's use this tree. We're not going to be able to tell it's the... No, I'm going to use the tree in the... Nope, I'm going to use the coffee pot again. I like that coffee pot. Reminds me of camping. The old blue metal camp cookware. Just going to put the coffee pot or the cup in there again. And then I'm going to put the green tree. We got the tree there. Let's use the pine tree. I'm going to use the pine trees because I don't want the tree right next to the other one just like it. So we'll use the pine trees again, but I'll use them in green this time. Pine trees. Clean them off and get our old olive. And then we're just going to stamp the pine trees right in here. And we got one more little hole to fill in. We take off of our name there, and so, or our wording. So let's use crumb cake with the tent. We'll see if the tent shows up. We haven't used the tent yet. Got the tent. We've got crumb cake. Let's put some notes over the top. Yes, this technique takes a while, but it's pretty fun. It's cool. Let's see, I'm going to go, hopefully this tent will look like a tent. Not really, but it makes a cool space in there. So move all your goodies out of the way, throw your notes away, clean your space, clean your stamps. And then we can finish this card. I've got the base in crumb cake. That is, see here, I'm flipping it over and giving away my secrets. I didn't get it up with the post-it note. So I tried to lay it back down and do it again, and I double stamped my dear. So as with almost all your cardstock, you've got two sides. Use them if you need them. And I needed it. So we're going to glue that onto this 4 by 5 1/4 inch base. And then I have a black base like that one. But let me see if I like the... I kind of like the soft suede. No, I think I'm going to go with the black because it pulls out the black in my binoculars that I got there. So this is just typical 8.5 by 5.5. Put some glue on our base. Center that on there. And we've got it all squared away. Go ahead and put a piece on the inside, a white piece, and you've got yourself a card ready to go. You go ahead and add some bling if you want, but I think it looks pretty good just how it is.